Hello, thank you so much for coming back to watch today's video. So today for you I do have an anti-haul for you. So if you'd like to see one frugal girl's opinion on some new makeup releases, then please keep on watching. Like it said, I do upload a daily video all about budget beauty, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can even bookmark the page if you would like to. I also do a live stream, I would say the majority of Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you come and hang out and chat with me. I really do love getting to know my viewers and subscribers. I'm very active, so there we go. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of research. I have my notes here, and there has been quite a few new releases for fall/winter 2020 makeup, and I'm obsessed with makeup. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I have a makeup collection that is way too big. So anyway, I do have a few things here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is Too Faced's newest release from what I've seen, and it's their Pumpkin Spice palette and Melted Matte lipstick. Here's a picture of it. Okay, so it is in their traditional kind of longer tin packaging. Packaging is beautiful, shades look stunning. When I was doing my research, and I actually remember this now, but they came out with a pumpkin spice palette last year, except it was in a cardboard packaging, like this big, and it was different packaging. So now this year's, it's, their traditional packaging. So for 18 shades, it's $49 for the palette. And for the Melted Matte liquid lipstick, it ranges from between like $21 and $25 depending on the place. So when I first saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this. It's pumpkin spice, and I love anything pumpkin spice. Like seriously, I'm that basic. Once it hits like middle of September, even before that, pumpkin spice, love it. But it's $49, right? And I was so excited to get my peach palette, and I used it like once or twice. The quality of shadows from Too Faced, from my experience, it's not that good. There's a whole bunch of drugstore brands or even mid-range brands, which their eyeshadow formula is out of this world. So kind of had to take a step back and be like, you bought the peach palette, you ended up getting rid of it and selling it on Mercari. And you didn't even like it. I wanted that one for years, and I finally got it when it was on sale on like HSN or QVC. So in my heart of hearts, I know that it's going to be the same thing with this pumpkin spice palette. It's beautiful. Like I said, everything about it looks beautiful, but I know that I'm probably not going to like it, and I'm not going to get a lot of use out of it, no matter how much it costs. Just like I really wanted the gingerbread spice palette and the extra gingerbread spice palette last year and the year before. I haven't even gotten those because that peach palette taught me a lesson. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be picking up the Too Faced pumpkin spice palette or the Melted Matte lipstick. Even if I was like rich and having like a lot of money coming in, I still want to purchase them just because the quality issue that I experienced with the peach palette. So okay, so next I'm going to be talking about a Kylie Jenner new release, and it is the Sailor Collection. So let me go ahead and insert a picture here. Looks super cute. I love the packaging. I love the artwork. I love kind of like the kind of vintagey, cartoonalized, that's not a word, cartoon style of the packaging. I think it's really beautiful. I love the image of her, as a cartoon. But I look at this and I'm like, this has been done so many different ways. To be fair, I've never tried a Kylie Cosmetics, anything from that brand, but I also think I'm probably not in that age group that it's marketed towards, so I can appreciate the aesthetic of it, I can appreciate all that, but I know it's not really meant for me. So it does have a 16 shade palette, and it's $44. They have a lip kit for $29, or you could buy the whole entire collection for $125. I'm sorry, for 16 shades, that's incredibly expensive, $44. So I think it's super cute, love the artwork, love all that. I just look at the shades and I'm like, I have those shades over and over and over, so I'm not really even interested in the Kylie Jenner Sailor Collection. Super cute though, but nope, not Nope, not doing it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the Natasha Denona. This is the Glam palette, and it's one of her bigger palettes. I think they had a Glam palette of like the little 5-shade one, but here's a picture of the big palette. So I look at this Natasha Denona Glam palette and I'm like, finally, cool tone shades. It's really beautiful. I love the cool toned kind of color story of this. I don't think there's enough cool toned eyeshadow palettes out there. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But for 15 shades, that's how big the palette is, it is $65. Natasha Denona is incredibly expensive. And I had their little Lila palette, and I don't know if you watched the review of it and the demo, but the quality was pretty poor. I was pretty shocked because I've always wanted to try Natasha Denona, and I thought it looked absolutely beautiful, and finally picked it up, and the quality was horrible, kind of like the Too Faced or Morphe, some other high-end or mid-tone ranges that I've tried. So while I can look at this and think it's stunning and beautiful, I also know that the quality is not going to be where I personally would want it to be, but it is really, really pretty. If I didn't have other cool toned shades in my collection, if I hadn't tried the little Lila palette, I would probably put the Natasha Denona Glam palette on my Christmas wish list for my husband, but I have tried it, so it's going to be in this Antihaul. Really pretty, but I also know the quality is not going to be quite where I need it to be to go ahead and say, oh yep, it's worth that amount of money, because in my opinion, it's not, but that's just me. Okay, so next I'm talking about the Huda Beauty Haze collection. So these just dropped on the 15th of this month, I believe. So anyway, it's 3 new little 9-color eyeshadow palettes in her Obsession collection, and I'll go ahead and insert a picture right here. Looks really beautiful, like everything else I've been talking about. I really like the kind of thought behind it is that instead of doing like a full smoky look, you're doing a haze. So there's like a purple haze, a khaki, and a sand. I think that they're really beautiful. I think that they'd be very workable for a lot of people. So for 9 shades, it's $29. I haven't tried Huda Beauty yet. I really want to because I've heard that it's incredible. But I'm sorry, for 9 shades for $29, that is horrible. And you can do the same kind of hazy look by doing less eyeshadow on your brush, by blending it out a little bit more, stuff like that. So really love the idea behind it, really appreciate it. They look really, really beautiful. I like that it's going to be fitting for a lot of different skin tones, but it's something that you can do at home with stuff you already have, if that makes sense. And the price tag of $29, I'm sorry, that is ludicrous to me. But anyway, super pretty, love the idea, but it's too pricey in my opinion. Okay, so second to last is Colourpop, and I know you've probably seen this, but it's the Sunflower collection, and a lot of the stuff is actually sold out, but I still wanted to talk about it. So Colourpop released their one and only, from my understanding, their one and only matte eyeshadow palette, but let me go ahead and insert a picture of the whole entire collection right here. So, looks really beautiful. I love those kind of mustardy yellow, browny bronze tones. I do like Colourpop's eyeshadow formula from what I've tried. I've tried quite a few things from them, and I do think they have good quality. But in my opinion, I don't know, I'm not a huge lover of mattes, you know this. Anytime I do an eye look, I'm doing some sort of shimmer on the lid as well. So I know that there's a ton of people out there that love matte shadows and can totally do a matte shadow look. More power to you, awesome. But I look at this and I think it's kind of boring. It's very kind of neutral. It's got some warmth in it, which we've seen forever. And I don't know, it's pretty expensive. So they did come out with a 9-shade palette, Super Shock Shadows, gel eyeliners, and glosses, and you could have bought the whole entire collection for around $70. Like I said, when I was doing my research for this, it was sold out, But I know Colourpop's palettes have also been increasing in price. I remember when I first got my first Colourpop palette, it was like $10 or $12, and now they're like over 20. They're like 21, 25, stuff like that. So, well, I think the idea is cute. The packaging is really adorable and aesthetically pleasing. I look at this and I'm like, I've got all those matte shades. You know what I mean? So, nope, will not be doing the Colourpop Sunflower collection. Super cute, super pretty, and for a lot of people out there, this would totally work, but for me personally, not gonna happen. And then the last thing I'm going to be talking about, it's the Profusion Minimalist Palette. I'll go ahead and insert a picture right here. Well, this is one of their classic 35 shade palettes. Super pretty. I like that it is kind of neutral, natural tone, but it does have glitters and shimmers and all sorts of stuff. It's $13. They keep getting sold out, but then they keep restocking. Love Profusion, and I bought this already. It's being sent right now, so this wasn't a total anti-haul, but I'm glad you stuck around towards the end, so that way you could know. But I'm so excited to get this palette. It looks really, really beautiful. I think it's going to be a palette that is good for any time of year, but I look at this, I'm like, yeah, that's going to be beautiful for that's going to be beautiful for fall and for winter. I like that it is a complete palette with matte and shimmers and glitters. Looks like there's a lot of different looks that you can do, and Profusion Cosmetics has an amazing, amazing quality to them. Once again, if you've watched this channel, you already know this, but super beautiful palette, and I couldn't help myself, so there we go. Let me know down below in the comments if you are interested in seeing me create a look and doing a little review on the Profusion Minimalist palette. Just let me know down below, but there we go. That is my little anti-haul, and maybe not so much of an anti-haul, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it. Let me know down below in the comments, are you going to be picking up any of the things that I talked about today, or let me know some of the things that are on your anti-haul list. Always dying to hear your comments down below. And just so you know, I do have a Mercari page where I sell discount makeup, skincare, beauty, all sorts of stuff. I also have another YouTube channel where I upload 7 days a week all about budget food. And I also have a Facebook group where we kind of hang out and chat and stuff. So I'll have all three linked down below for you. And you're always welcome to follow me on my other social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all at Budget Glam Babe. Don't go anywhere quite yet. Another video should start autoplaying here very shortly, or you can always click on one of the ones I'll be popping up around the screen. But yeah, I'll see you here in just a sec.